So this is one of the latest versions of the Trans AI over-ear translating AI headphones. It'll do up to 157 languages, a bunch of dialects on top of that, as far as Portuguese, Spanish, English, different things like that. You can see that it does have the clam case here that has touchscreen, so you can slide through different options here, different customer support, a lot of options there. Really, really easy to set up. You basically just turn it on, connect to Bluetooth, download the app, and you're good to go. So you can actually have individual, let me slide here. You can have individual language settings. So again, if you're talking about Spanish or Portuguese or English, when we go to language settings, you can change those into whatever language you want. That's not only for this, but the language settings on this, but language settings here, you can have default languages, different things like that. It does not have anti-noise cancellation, but it does have a noise reduction. So if you're using this in a crowded room or a business or a Zoom call or something like that. So a couple places where this is going to work really, really well. You've got phone call translation. So if other person is speaking one language, I'm speaking a language, we can go back and forth. You can do video call translation. So if you're on a Zoom or a Google Meet or a Teams, something like that, you can also do that. You can also do two-way, where I can take one and you can take one. My wife and I have done this. She speaks Portuguese, I speak English. We go back and forth. The latency or the delay on these is absolutely getting so much better. Less than half of a second, right, on average. So when these first came out, not necessarily this brand, but when these AI translators came out, they were, 3-4 seconds. It was really, really hard to do that. But with that, so you can do translation to translation, and then you can just do regular talking where I have them on and I'm talking to somebody and it translates for me. So really, really cool. I work in education, and so we have parents that come in a lot that have different languages. I have this and I have other devices that I use as well to help with that. As far as your traditional Bluetooth, you can use it to make regular phone calls, listen to music, AI chat, different things like that. One of the questions that comes up a lot is, can it translate multiple languages at the same time? And it's no, it's just a one-to-one language translator. So Spanish to English, English to Spanish, as far as going back and forth. But if you had somebody speaking French, Spanish, and English all in the same room, it wouldn't do both of those at the same time. So you're going to get a ton of hours as far as this with the case. It does come with a USB-C to USB-A Classic. You've got your power button right here. And again, we've got this touch screen here. So you've got your left and right. I'm obviously wearing the right and the left. And so we go here, there's an unlock button. I've showed you this a little bit earlier. So we're in language settings. And we're going to scroll up, go back. So we have lock screen features, language setting, time setting, screen brightness, screen timeout, all of those things here. These are just featured settings. Then you have a music player right here, so you can keep this in your pocket, adjust your music there. Volume adjustment, equalizer, so you can change your equalizer here, going to different modes that way. Obviously 24-hour support if you need access to that. And then you can actually have subtitles on, so those will come on screen while you are talking to somebody with the speaking another language, which is super cool about this. You can also see it on your phone as well if you have your app, but if you don't have your app, you can just use it straight from here. So again, delay, less than a second. Super awesome. These are just getting better and better. Again, this is the Trans AI